Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be, who are you really seeking? Well, I've got an email success story from a guy who's been following me for about 2 years, and he first found out about my work from obviously a good friend who referred me. And what I liked about his email is he kind of details the process that he went through to get to a place where he was able to really focus on the kind of person he was looking to attract into his life. And what's interesting is when he finally sat down and did the love letter exercise that I talk about in my book, there was a woman that was already in his life that he really never looked at until he had the list, because when he started looking through his list after he wrote it, he's like, wow, this girl really matches up well. And he went out with her, and they've been together for a little over a year now, and it's the best relationship he's ever had. And, well, instead of me spoiling everything, I'll go through this quote that I wrote on this particular topic, and we'll go through his email. Because it really shows the power of focus. One of my favorite Wayne Dyer quotes, he says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And that's why I place a big emphasis on putting criteria down, making a list of what you want, your must-haves and your deal breakers, and also writing the love letter like I talk about in the book as if that person's already in your life and you're writing this letter to them. It really helps your brain get focused on what you're looking for, and then you tend to notice things that you may not have been noticed before in the past. Kind of like when you buy a new car, or you start looking at a certain car and you kind of zero in on the one you kind of like, and then you go and you buy it, and then you see the cars everywhere. It's really a great email about the power of focus, especially applying that to your personal life. So the quote says, you get what you focus on in life. What you focus on will expand. When you focus on your outcomes, interests, and values that are important to you, the universe will organize and align your world with people and circumstances that are in harmony with your focus and actions. Most people tend to just take whatever shows up and then try to hold on to that at all costs while ignoring the reality that it does not serve them. Successful people focus on their outcomes and do not get distracted and settle for less than what they truly want while they work to become what they want. Eventually, they attract exactly what they have become. Like I say in the book, you got to become what you want to attract. So let's go through his email. He says, hey, Coach, I wanted to share how finding your work has impacted my life. I came across your website a couple of years ago from a friend that recommended that I check it out. I'll tell your buddy I said thanks for the referral. This was after I got dumped by this girl that I was seeing. While I was reading the ebook, I immediately realized all the ways that I had messed up with her and other girls in the past. I had been too needy, I asked where things were going, and overall talked way too much on the phone and did not create attraction. So in other words, he talked her out of liking him. I'd say probably the majority of people, whether it's a guy or a girl that come to me, they're trying to get an ex back, and that's the case. They in essence talk somebody out of liking them that they were really into, and the relationship ending was not of their choosing. I'd say maybe 10% of the time it's because the person they're dating is a fucking Fruit Loop and a nutcase or a narcissist, or they got something screwy with them, and they're an impossible person to date. He continues, after reading your book the first time, I put it to use with the next girl I met, and it worked like magic. We met at a concert and went straight for the number. I went for the kiss on our first date, and then we had sex on the second. Well, like I talk about in my book, the average woman will sleep with a guy by the second or third date, especially if you're following the selection progression that I talk about in my book. It only took a couple of weeks after that for her to be really into me, and I felt like I didn't put in much effort at all. That's the beauty of this stuff. When you just act like a man is naturally supposed to act, Mother Nature just takes its course. Because after all, attraction is not a choice. They either like you or they don't. Once that ended, I just decided to go after girls that I wouldn't have tried to before. I ended up getting rejected more, so I kept rereading your book, which I read up to 4 times right now. After 2 years, dude, 4 times? Come on, you know you need to step up your game. It took a while for me to realize that I was going after girls that I was into, but that were not totally into me. That's a pattern that I saw early on. It wasn't until I got older, until my late 20s, my early 30s, I realized that I'd been doing that. I would get hung up on women that had no interest in me. I'd have a crush on them for 6 months or a year or two, and I would just waste my life waiting for things to turn around or to change. It was at that point that I decided to write out all the qualities that I thought I wanted in a girl, and sure enough, I ended up hooking up with this really hot girl that was lots of fun. Even after that, she ended up playing games, so I went back to my list, and I reorganized what was really important to me. I even wrote that person a love letter being grateful for having them in my life. And this is where it gets interesting. So he gets really focused and clear about what he wants. He got focused on his outcome and obviously why he wanted that particular outcome. Before I knew it, I started to realize that one of my close friends from my salsa performance team showed all the signs of being totally into me. At first, I only saw her as a friend, but as I kept reading my ideal list every day, I saw that she met most of those qualities. We decided to give dating a try last year, and I can say that so far, it's been the best relationship I ever had. We truly match each other in terms of our values, interests, and our passion for life. It really is so effortless, and we are really an amazing team. Well, people who like the same things tend to like each other. When you share the same goals and same values, you're going to have a lot in common. That's why I place a big emphasis on doing the kinds of things that you love, living in the kinds of neighborhoods that you love living in, or if you love living downtown, or getting involved in the kinds of activities that you really love and enjoy. When you have a great life and you're loving what you're doing and you're loving where you live and the kind of activities and hobbies and interests that you're into, like if you're a gym rat, there's a good chance you'll meet somebody else in the gym who's also a gym rat. Instead of meeting somebody randomly on the street, maybe, who might be really attractive, but they haven't seen the inside of a gym ever in their entire life. If you're in shape and you love exercise and the other person has zero interest in that, no matter how pretty they are, eventually at some point that's going to irritate the hell out of you. Just like if you're really successful and you're going out with girls that can't pay their bills and they're always broke, eventually if you're a high achiever, the fact that you're dating a low achiever, no matter how hot they are, is going to irritate you, and eventually you're going to resent the fact that they're not taking care of things in their lives they should be that you do without even thinking about it. And those things usually don't happen when you date those kind of people. Especially if you tend to get carried away on the looks and you just ignore, I'll make them better, I'll change her life, she'll get a better job, I'll help her, I'll save her, I'll take care of her. Usually about 6 months or a year after the infatuation is worn off, if they don't get better, if they don't take care of paying their own bills, eventually you're going to fucking resent it. That's why it's so important. That's why Tom Brady married the most successful, or one of the most successful supermodels in the world. She was playing at the highest level in her industry, just like he was playing at the highest level in the NFL football industry. That's why you see lots of actors and actresses or successful musicians dating other successful musicians. On top of that, being able to have such an amazing relationship has allowed me to take on even bigger challenges. I'm now working on my brother to get into real estate investing and achieve financial freedom. Well, hopefully you're doing it not to earn money, but doing it because you love real estate investing. Because having bought and sold and been involved in thousands of real estate mortgage transactions in my life, every time I saw somebody that was chasing after money instead of doing it because they really had a passion for it, they typically lost their fucking ass. Definitely something to think about. Got to know why are you there? Why are you investing in real estate in the first place? I tell everyone I know about your work, and I encourage everyone to go after what they want in life. Cool. It's a great success story. So he focused on his goals. He focused on his values. He got clear about what he wanted in an ideal person. And then there was somebody in his life that he never even considered But once he got focused on what was most important, what qualities were most important, he realized, wow, I got this great girl in my life, and we connect, started dating, and it's been easy and effortless. You want your relationships, and that includes your friendships, that includes your business relationships, that includes the people that you work with, your romantic relationships. You want to be spending your time with people who are easy to get along with, people who share the same goals and share the same values, because it makes life a lot easier and a lot more fun and a lot more fulfilling. Definitely something to think about. So if you'd like to get my help personally, you can go to my website, click the products tab at the top of your screen on any page, and book a phone or Skype audio coaching session with yours truly. And if you haven't got the audio version of my book, you can download it for free and listen to it for free by subscribing to audible.com. I think you get, if I'm correct, you get like 2 free books when you subscribe to audible.com, and anything that you buy over and above your monthly plan, you get like a 30% discount on it. So if you're an avid book reader or audiobook reader, subscribing, you can get my book for free. It's a great way to go. And as Benjamin Franklin, I think it was Benjamin Franklin, said, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. And I will talk to you soon.